With all of the problems that our nation is currently battling, such as unemployment, the economy, immigration, and Obamacare, just to name a few, who are we as high school students to tell Congress which is the most important? That is for you, the elected congressmen, to decide. You are the ones with the Ivy League educations, the degrees in political science, and the experience to lead this country, and we trust your judgment in most respects. What we believe is the most important issue that you are failing to address is your inability to cooperate with one another.
Since we were children, characters from Barney, Sesame Street, and Clifford have repeatedly taught us the lessons of getting along, sharing with others, and being considerate to our peers. These are crucial life lessons that Congress somehow missed or has forgotten in its attempts to solve other problems.
The electorate has given Congress enormous power, so we are trusting them to use this power responsibly. As Virginian Congressman Frank Wolf says,
"Everyone who has been given much, much will be demanded. And from the one who has been entrusted with much, much more will be asked." The Congress and the President have been entrusted with much, namely the responsibility to govern this country. The American people rightly expect us, regardless of party affiliation, to come together, especially during times of crisis, and find ways to get things done.
But instead of seeing the President and Congress work together in recent weeks, the American public has seen only the failure of our current government. This failure stretches from the Republican shutdown of the government to the Democratic establishment of the so-called nuclear option. Chris Christie, Republican governor of New Jersey, addresses the failure within his own party when he says,
"Well, I think it's always irresponsible if you're running the government to be advocating for shutting it down. That, by definition, is a failure. You got to work it out."
in regard to Democrats, new legislation has been passed that decreases the number of votes necessary to stop a filibuster and proceed with voting. This policy bypasses compromise between the parties.
Each side thinks it's winning, but in reality, the country and the American people are losing. The American people should be the winner, not one party or the other, not the administration or the Congress.
When asked about current partisan issues in Congress, Chris Christie offers a good solution.
It's so partisan now. There's so much vitriol in D.C. Why do you think that is?
People don't talk to each other. They talk at each other. They don't develop relationships anymore. I mean, in politics, we don't make anything. We don't have any product to sell. It's about relationships. And if you don't develop relationships with folks, even people you disagree with, vehemently disagree with, then you're not going to be able to get anything done, because our country will continue to be a country that has diverse opinion.
No, we are not saying that you should pass every piece of legislation that comes to the floor. We are not asking you to abandon your political beliefs and values. It is each congressman's duty to defend his or her political opinions. However, we do not want to return to the times of fistfights on the Senate floor, times like Bleeding Kansas, where political differences lead to physical disputes. We want to move forward. We want you to develop relationships with each other. Instead of dismissing others' opinions, try listening to them. This way, Congress will return to the days of our founding fathers, when leaders such as George Washington and Benjamin Franklin established our country as one others could look up to. We want you to put aside your differences and do what is best for this country.
Shutting the government down due to petty differences in opinion is unacceptable. The American public is looking to you, their congressmen, to find solutions that solve problems quickly and effectively. We challenge you to remember the simple lessons of friendship, cooperation, and compromise in order to keep the United States of America the best example of democracy in the world. So, Congress, what do we do now? You know the answer.
It's going to take humility.
So we need to be able to work together.
Democrats and Republicans is to do what's right for our country, even if it's not always what's best for our politics.